what is draining your energy is the high consumption of carbohydrate, especially in the morning, especially if you didn't work out. Why punish your body? Carbohydrates only gives you energy. That is all it does. And if you're not using your energy on a daily basis, why are you eating so much carbohydrate and so low on protein? If you are not fasting or you don't intend to fast, do not intentionally starve yourself. And that is why some people say, oh, I have a slow metabolism. Since you are the one making your metabolism slow, ago, Titilayo 3.8, and today we are going to be talking about how your eating habits are affecting your energy level. All right, my queen, a lot of the time when we are feeling tired, people think that they are low on energy and that they need enough sleep and they are not sleeping well, or they just feel like they're not exercising enough, or they just feel like they're having too much workload or too much task to undo. They don't look into food, but they don't fully make a decision and how to fix it. And they just think, I can't really change what I'm eating. I feel like I'm eating enough. So they don't really pay much attention to food and they just want to fix it by sleeping well, which is a good way to fix it. However, there are various methods when it comes to rest because it's not just about sleeping at night that will fix your tiredness. There is a process, and that is why you should look into my self-led program, Rest and Recovery, for you to fully understand how to fix your energy through rest and recovery. But today we are going to be talking about nutrition because a lot of the time people don't really fix their nutrition. And nutrition plays a huge part in how our energy operates. So, the first thing that we are going to look into is that a lot of the time, people are always eating too late and they skip eating early when the body actually needs it. So I am a big fan of do not eat until you're hungry. And that includes breakfast because some people eat very late at night. So say for example, your last meal of the day, yeah, the previous day was at 8 o'clock and you slept at 10 o'clock and then you're awake by 6 o'clock. And especially if the meal you had before you went to bed was a little bit heavy, especially if you had meat. It takes a long time, 24 to 48 hours, for that meat to fully digest in your body. Since at 6 o'clock you're eating, the food you ate yesterday is not fully digested. There's no point eating. Why are you eating? Food is not what you need. So I don't say skip breakfast. I just say give your body time and space to digest at least 70 to 80% of the food from yesterday before you stuff it again with another food. Especially if you're looking to lose some fat. You are not giving your body time and space to use up the sufficient energy within it. So I am a big fan of don't eat until you are actually hungry. However, that does not mean that you should now not eat until 3 p.m. or 6 p.m. or 4 p.m. just because you want your body to use up the energy within you. You want to burn some calories, you want to burn some fat. Unless you are fasting. If you're fasting, I believe that your fasting should be structured in a way that you know when to eat, you know the right food to eat after your fast. If you are not fasting or you don't intend to fast, do not intentionally starve yourself because when you do that, you slow down your metabolism. Now, your metabolism goes into a slow mode thinking there is nothing to do, there is no food, let's just slow things down so that whatever we have in the body can sustain us. and let's just ground slow. And that is why some people say, oh, I have a slow metabolism. Sis, you are the one making your metabolism slow because you are intentionally starving yourself thinking you are gonna lose weight. Sis, you're just damaging your metabolism. Do not do that. So if you had a heavy meal last night, and then you wake up at 6 o'clock, you're not going to be feeling hungry. It doesn't mean that you should down so much coffee. One cup of coffee, maybe two is fine. You don't even have to have coffee. You can just have tea, herbal tea, just to keep you going for another 2 to 3 hours. However, if you're not going to be eating in the morning, plan ahead. Plan the food that you are going to be eating when your body needs it so that you are not scavenging your kitchen or eating what you should not be eating. So say to yourself, oh, okay, I had a late meal yesterday. I don't feel my body is fully digested it. And as of now, I'm not that hungry actually. So let me just have a cup of tea, a cup of coffee to keep me going for another 2 to 3 hours. But I'm gonna plan my food. So my first meal, even if I might not be able to eat it at home, I'm gonna be on the go. Make your food. Even if it's a sandwich, if it's some boiled eggs, if it's some meat, just make your food. Plan it. However, if you're a high achieving woman, you want to make sure that your first meal have at least a minimum of 30 grams of protein. Please trust me, it goes a long way. It allows you to sustain your energy, it builds up your muscle, your health in different ways, and a good amount of fat. I moderate on carbohydrate. You don't want to go high on carbohydrate. So plan your meal ahead. And maybe at 11 a.m., 12 p.m., or 1 p.m., eat your food. Do not try to drag it longer. Say, oh, I have unintentionally fasted to 1 p.m. I can drag it a little bit to 3 p.m. Sis, if you do that, do you know what's going to happen? Your energy level will start to go low. Then you will start to have migraine. Then you start to have brain fog. Then you cannot fully concentrate on your task. Then you just feel so low on energy. And says, what are you doing this in the name of you want to lose? What? Says, do not do that and eat when your body actually asks for real food. Now, the other habit that is actually killing and draining your energy is eating so much carbohydrates first thing in the morning. I see this happening every day. People eating cereal in the morning, a huge bowl of cereal. There is no protein. The protein that is in there is just the milk, which has a little bit of combination of protein in it and fat and carbohydrate, or you have a huge amount of oats and then you add fruits to it and say, oh, I'm eating healthy. Some people would have oats and have 3 or 4 different types of fruit in it and say, oh, I'm eating healthy. Since you eating so much sugar, the protein that is even there is so little compared to the amount of carbohydrate that you have. Some people do not even introduce fat into it because fat helps slow down the spike. So what's going to happen now with this huge amount of carbohydrate? You're going to have a blood sugar spike. Your blood sugar level is just going to spike up to the highest level, and you are going to have a huge surge of energy and you're going to feel like, yes, let's go and conquer the day. But before you know it, 2 hours later, your energy is low. You are drained. And that's when you feel like, oh, I need some coffee to wake me up. Please, what is draining your energy is the high consumption of carbohydrate, especially in the morning, especially if you didn't work out. Why punish your body? And some people just think, oh, I didn't sleep well. So they, after having that huge amount of carbohydrate, then they have a cup of coffee and they feel okay for an hour and then later they feel drained again and then they have another cup of coffee. Oh, sis, this is draining your energy. The best way is to avoid a high consumption of carbohydrates in the morning and have a good amount of protein and fat. If you worked out in the morning and you need to replenish your energy, yes, you can have carbohydrate, but mix it up a little bit with fat so that it slows down the absorption of glucose coming into your body, so that it slows down the spike, so that you're not having huge spike, so that fat also helps that energy, the carbohydrate, to sustain you better throughout the day. Sis, that's one thing you want to do. Now, another reason why your energy is being drained due to the way you eat is by not eating enough protein. I think I've spoken about this in the first and second point, so I'm not going to speak a lot about it. Protein. If you're a woman over 30 years old, sis, you need to have more protein because protein is going to protect you and do a lot more for you. We all know that protein is the building block of life. We all know that protein is needed for every cell, every organ in our body to function well, especially our energy. We all know that protein affects our bone density, our muscle. We all know that it's protein that keeps us safe from all illnesses and diseases. We all know that protein just builds the body. It helps in so many different ways. And you know that carbohydrates only gives you energy. That is all it does. And if you're not using your energy on a daily basis, why are you eating so much carbohydrate and so low on protein that actually helps to glow more, that allows your hair to grow, allows your nails to grow, that does so much more for the body? Why is our protein intake so low? This, you need to fix this. Eat a good amount of protein. I will leave a description in the video on how to calculate the right amount of protein that you need to eat. You do not need to eat the right amount every day, but get close to it. Try to just figure out what your body needs so that your body can thrive, so that your energy can be replenished quickly, so that you can glow, so that you can have that confidence to fully live the life that you really want to live, so that you can lose that excess fat quickly as well. So sis, try as much as possible to find out the right amount of protein that is adequate for your day-to-day living. The last one we're going to talk about is eating too much in one sitting. And this applies largely to people that love to fast, people that love to do intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is very good. I recommend it. I have done it. However, if you're not structuring your fasting properly, sis, you will end up sabotaging yourself. You will end up gaining weight rather than losing weight. Or you will just end up remaining the same. Because when a lot of people fast, some people might fast to 3 p.m. or 6 p.m. or even 1 p.m. And then when they are going to break their fast, they're like, oh boy, I've been holding myself not to eat throughout the day. Now I am going to eat. So what tends to happen? They will eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, all in one go. And then relax and say, yes, I have fasted. I look forward to doing it again tomorrow. Do you know what you've just done? You've given your body so much work to do, so much to digest. And at that point, you're not even going to lose weight because your body has received just so much in one go So your body is trying to maneuver the food. So what your body will do is just save a lot of it on the side and say, okay, just save this. Let's try and digest this. Let's try and take all of these nutrients where they should be. And because you've eaten so much, you just relax. You sat on the couch, you're not moving, you're actually not using that energy at all. So your body is just going to take what is necessary, and a lot of it that you have eaten is just stored. And what happens at this point, because you've eaten so much in one go, you are drained immediately of energy. You cannot move. You have to wait until that food digests a little bit or properly before you can have more energy. And even when you have a little bit of energy, you're still feeling heavy. You will not start having brain fog. You can't think clearly. You can't reason because the whole of your body is just doing something else. So they're not available for use right now. See, this eating habit drains your energy more than you think. And that is why I want to introduce you to Grow and Train with me. Be Grow and Train with me. If you decide intermittent fasting is your thing, we can help you make it work better for you in a way that you're not draining your energy, in a way that you're actually losing that fat and you can see it and feel it on a weekly basis, in a way that you're having more energy inside and out to go after your dreams, your vision, in a way that you can train your body to give you more energy, in a way that you can eat right for your energy to be multiplied on a daily basis, and for you to call in all that you want and have that self-confidence and believe in yourself to go after your dreams and to do the things that really matters to you rather than trying to fix your energy with coffee or with stimulant or with drugs or with medication. Sis, Grow and Train with me would help you see all the beautiful resources within you so that you can now start expressing them and start living and being who you truly want to be. If you'd like to join Grow and Train with me, click the link in my bio or in the description. That is it for me, ladies, and I will see you in the next video. All right. Bye-bye.